Second night of Bellator just ended, and it was a pretty meaningful night. You start with Neiman Gracie. He goes in there, he's undefeated, takes out Ed Ruth, who was undefeated. This is a quarterfinal of the Grand Prix, but what else is relevant about it is the way the Grand Prix is going to work is because Rory McDonald is in it, every match that Rory has is for the world title. Even if he loses, then the next guy becomes world champion and he carries the belt through the division. Well, Rory's on the same side. So to break that down for you, it's going to be Rory versus Fitch, but whoever comes out of that comes out of it also with the world title in the match that Neiman Gracie just qualified for. So not only does Neiman win tonight, not only does he become a semifinalist in the Grand Prix, he's now officially the #1 contender. He's going to be fighting for the world title. Pretty meaningful night. King Mo came out. He was fighting with Lehman, and it was a very good match, aside from, if I was to give one critique on King Mo, he's such a good grappler, but he doesn't always like to use it. He's also a very good boxer. I think he thinks that his boxing might be better than his wrestling. I still love the way he wrestles and just wishes that he would use that tool a little bit more. He didn't use it. He stayed on the feet. It's a back and forth battle when you do that. And, Liam had some great moments. Liam looked really fantastic and was even hobbling around. Mo gave him some kicks to the leg. Liam dealt with it, pushed through. So I want to make sure he gets his credit. It was just hard for me to watch and not come away with the opinion that Mo, you didn't even have to be in that position. You chose to be in that position. He could have gone to that wrestling. So that was kind of my takeaway there. You move into Machida's debut, very hard fight. Machida sucked a lot of the air out of the room, being a former champion, making his debut in Bellator. And I don't know if enough was ever said about Cavallo, who was also making a comeback of sorts. This was his first fight since losing his world championship. So it was a really hard fight, particularly stylistically. Both these guys like to stay on their feet. They're both really good on their feet. So it ultimately went to a split decision. Really good contest, but favored Machida. Move into the main event. Ilima-Lei Macfarlane comes out, definitely with her toughest test to date, and Valerie Letourneau. It was a good fight. Big John had Valerie winning the first 2 rounds. I don't know the official scorecards. That was Big John's opinion, and it was close. It was largely a stand-up battle that Ilima-Lei wanted to get to the ground, but didn't quite get her range down to see that opportunity. Ultimately, she did get it there in the 3rd round, went to some fantastic transitions, and locked up a triangle and started delivering some elbow strikes and forced a tap. But a really magnificent night. It was the 2nd loudest building I have ever been in. And Josh Thompson warned me of this. He said, I've been to Hawaii before when one of their stars fights, and it was a BJ Penn fight. BJ Penn versus Gomes. He said, I've never seen anything like it. Get ready for a new experience tonight. That's exactly what we saw. These Hawaiian fans came out. They were there to see their own, to see Ilima-Lei. It was a really special night. Ilima-Lei called it the greatest moment of her life, which I thought was a pretty cool thing. I was happy for her, but all in all, incredible weekend of fights and incredible city. Who can complain?